Morning.
Good
Here's
morning.
Jackie. Ah, and here's Shore. Hi. Good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you guys. Okay, we want to say hi to our YouTube audience and thank you guys for joining us in the sacred energy of Circle today. And today you're going to be able to watch our evidential mediums as they connect with people who have crossed over to the other side and deliver messages from those people. And our hope is that by watching our mediums at work live, you'll come to understand that the loved ones that you may have lost are still with you. So please join us as we open with a prayer. Holy Father, Mother God, thank you for allowing us to come together today in service of spirit. Please help us to open all of our senses, physical and spiritual, so that we can receive your messages without interference from our own minds. We humbly ask that you make this circle an uplifting and joyous experience for everyone in attendance. Please ask the spirits who recognize the voices in this room to join us this morning so that we will know that they watch over us, love us, and protect us still. And please allow us to deliver the information presented by Spirit with grace and compassion, in complete trust and respect of your infinite wisdom. Amen. All right. And let's see, how about if we allow 15 minutes and use it or not, use it how you see fit, um, and then we'll all weigh in on each other's readings if that sounds like a good thing. So whenever anybody gets a link, just hop on in there.
I'll start.
Thank you. Sure, go ahead.
I feel I have an aunt energy, very somber lady. Um, she's not here for herself, but she wants to bring in a young girl. And I feel this girl would be in her later teens, 16, 17. This girl was really jolly, very upbeat, truly oblivious to what was going on around, just like kids are. But just bubbly personality this lady comes in with. You know of her mom, who was devastated. It does feel like that she had some medical issues. I don't feel like a sudden passing, but there were challenges, medical issues with this girl. And the hope was little slim. People were hoping against hope that she would survive. So who knows about these two energies? And they certainly seem like on the side. They're off to the side. So I don't truly feel the strong blood relationship. So you can expand this connection to even neighbors. Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, okay, Carol.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was wait. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. But if I take out the family element of it, then I understand the younger woman coming in with an aunt, not my
Okay.
family. Yeah.
All right, great. Yeah, the bond was not that strong. I saw both of them on the uh, like distant. This distance between you and their family. But you were connected to them, and
Yeah.
it does feel like you offered help
Yes.
any which way, but your hands were tied to whenever there are medical issues. Yeah, sometimes it's better to be left to the left alone to the medical professionals. Yeah, I just want to confirm you understand the bubbly personality because that's the first thing she came up with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. I just wanted to anchor that. Yeah, things later in this girl's life were quite painful. Um, I feel I don't want to go back um, for more tests, more. She was afraid of needles.
I would not have known.
Okay. Yeah, there's just fear, just just scare in her heart of another needle puncture. Yeah, family would do literally anything to kind of give her more hope, more diversion, and they even got her a puppy.
It was not a puppy, but that was close.
Okay, I see. Just see a small critter.
Yeah, it's a small critter. Yes.
Okay. She, she had heart issues. You would know.
I would not know.
Okay. Yeah. It's just my heart started palpitating. So it does feel like she had something to do with the heart as well. I don't know. This something about her dress. She had put on a little bit weight as well. It feels like, and you would have seen her a lot of time in jeans. Same old jeans, same old jeans.
Yes, to both.
Okay, and just the tops changing. Okay. Yeah, so people knew she didn't have much time. As if I'm counting days, counting just, yeah, counting time that would have been left for her. Um, yeah, this is the scare of the hospital. So she was. I kind of feel that she was hooked up to all sorts of instruments, and that's what was a little scary for her in the beginning. Um, she was not too worried of being in the hospital as much as the fear of needles. Needles is just coming up more prominently. And you said you don't understand that. You
I
don't
just
know that.
wouldn't know.
Oh, you
Yeah.
would not know. Okay. There's a, there's another loss in her family.
Yes.
I kind of suddenly feel like she would have lost mom as well later.
Not mom. No,
So
but there was a loss.
there's a yeah, there's a close, very close relationship.
Yes.
And I kind of feel like who could not handle uh, this loss of the child, but they had some other issues as well, like nested problems, so multiple issues. I still feel it's like a lady connected to this girl who was lost.
There's a lady connected to her, but as far as I know, she's still living.
She's still living. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this loss. I still want to dwell on that. So, okay, let me move on. And the aunt, her aunt. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not getting much from the aunt. Yeah, she just seems like just serious. Talk to her, talk to the child. Hmm. So when I tune in more to this child, it feels like this child would be hiding. I just want to hide away from everything. Would you understand this feeling of hide, like disconnecting, disassociating, hiding? I
Yeah.
don't even want to come out of my room.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's the feeling I'm getting. Mm. And that was quite devastating for the family. It just feels like I'm barricaded myself. But I'm the pain. The pain was the pain that caused the pain that was felt by the family, it's just more devastating, more devastating. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of felt like she's here, she's still here, but we can't even connect with her, can't talk to her. And it's just, I would just come out for food. Yeah, there were signs. There were red signs, red flags. But she let her mom know she loved her. But unfortunately, I kind of feel like she passed right in the right in that room. I am. Uh, yeah, it just feels like they couldn't even connect with her in the last breath. Would you
No, it makes
understand
sense.
that? Okay, all
It
right.
would make sense. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see the message. She feels that mom's doing reasonably okay at this time. She is carrying the wounds. Uh, as long as nobody touches those or rekindle those memories, um, she is fine. The mom's fine. So, sh- but she could still be open. She could still be open to just knowing that she is fine. So the message to her mom is that she is fine. Um, and the love, she did feel the love, and she just wants to send the love back to her. So I'm gonna stop here, leave you with the love and blessings.
Oh, thank you, Shore. That was awesome. So, that was a family that our family kind of grew up with together, so we were very close with them. Okay, and the younger girl had an aunt. Okay, so that's what made the difference for me was, clarifying that it was not my aunt. Okay, but she had an aunt who our family knew because our families were always very close. She did have, some severe medical issues. I wanted to talk about the diversion because that was kind of like the golden nugget in that reading. And that was that because she passed at such a young age, her mother wanted to give her like a bucket list of experiences and let her experience everything. And the one thing that she wanted before she crossed over was to touch a kitten again. Okay. And so her mother went on a mad search and actually found a litter of newborn kittens. And they brought the kittens into her hospital bed and let her see them. And she was just ecstatic, about this. So she got to see the kittens, you know, which was great. Um, and, in terms of, what you were saying about the end and not being able to communicate with her, that was true because she was in and out of consciousness. It was very, very difficult. passing. So I thank you for that. But
Oh, thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
that was beautiful, Shore. Thank you. So I'll
Just
pass the
so
message on to her mom.
yeah, it seems like
Definitely.
she would be open to
Yeah. Her
receiving.
mom is a fabulous person. So, oh gosh, where do I even go with that? Well,
Well,
okay. Well, for the benefit of our YouTube audience, let's address one question here, and that was like right in the very beginning. Okay, you said I have a woman coming in here, and she's an aunt. Okay, and then you said, and she is bringing with her a younger girl. Okay, and it was kind of interesting the way that that whole reading evolved because you actually didn't talk about the aunt at all. You were talking about the young girl. So why, first of all, how did you know that you had the two people there? Because the aunt was actually very important. Okay, even though you didn't speak that much about her, the aunt was very important. Okay, so why would the aunt have come in with her? Why didn't she come in by herself? Do you have any thoughts about why the two of them came in like that?
yeah, so the first impression I got was an aunt energy. So it's on
Mhm.
the maternal side.
Yeah,
And
her mom's side.
she just stood quiet, like somber. I could sense her uh, feeling that she didn't want to. I could sense that she didn't want to talk much about herself, and then I suddenly felt the presence of this bubbly personality. So I felt like since she is not speaking, so she is there truly for bringing this girl to show that she is in safe hands. She is fine. She's with her relatives.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. So she's met her
It-
tribe on the other side, basically.
yeah, it's just the feelings just come in. You get the knowing that it's mainly the focus mainly is on the girl because there's more energy associated that I could feel uh, around this girl, this
Hmm.
bubbly personality. There's more clarity around her, like aura, clarity around her figure. So it she's felt more loudly than the aunt. So I focused on her.
Okay, that was interesting
Yeah.
because that you were right. The aunt was definitely um, I don't want to use the word as extreme as dour, but she definitely was not as upbeat, as her niece. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, that was very good. All
No,
right.
great.
Well, what about you, Effie? Have you had like, a spirit come in bringing another spirit in like that?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
what's the
Oh, yes.
purpose of it if for you?
I'd be questioning, be more curious on for your life, just or even look to the people around you. If there's caregiving, if there's someone that has a loved one that they're taking care of, that's taking a lot of their time, or also looking at someone that could be transitioning to the other side. But I did sense into it, it was more of a loved one that is taking care of someone today that's taking a lot of time and really putting a lot of good effort because they want to, but also tired.
Mhm.
Does that make sense to you, Carol? For someone
Yeah,
around you
yeah. Mhm.
and your efforts don't go unnoticed, is what the message I heard. Your efforts don't go unnoticed
Oh, okay.
on the other side. Just to hang tight. It's as I do know that when they come in with that very first impression, it's going to be the theme of the story for the sitter.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
the person that is around you, they're still living. It's a caregiver and they're taking care. I'm just curious, is it a child? Is it a partner that they could be taking care of, I would be moving into those areas and how connecting with them to letting them know, they could be in a place where they might reach out to need more help with a caregiving, or they could be also in a place where what's my next steps? Do they need extra care, or do they need more doctor help? Just expanding more into that field.
Okay. All right. That makes sense too. All right. And from my perspective, when I have the two spirits come in like that, more often than not, what it means for me is that um, it may be that the spirit who wants to do the talking feels like they're trying to say, I'm associated with this person. Okay. And for example, okay, like let's say I have a sitter and the sitter has a best friend who has lost her mother. All right. So the person who's coming in, may say, I'm associated with, you know, the best friend, something like this. But there's an association to make my sitter think, of somebody else, rather than just come in and say, oh, I have a mom here. Well, the sitter would look at me and say, my mom's still alive. So there you go, So that's kind of the way that works for me generally when I have those two spirits coming in like that. So
Sure. Just curious, have you noticed your development has shifted?
mhm.
Your development has shifted. It's
I
evolving.
can sense more deeper energy, and maybe my guides have changed.
Hmm. Yeah.
Ascending, progressing. Yeah. There's
Hmm.
some shift I can feel.
Yes.
The details that come in are a little deeper, more
Yeah.
meaningful, more touchy in a way. In some other readings, at least.
Well,
Yes.
I'm sure you've just piqued the interest of everybody listening to this. Did you do anything to make that happen, or did it just come naturally?
It's just more. It's coming naturally, and just having even better trust on them.
Hmm.
Um, so it just all boils down to trust. How much you trust. And there's no limit as to how much you trust as well. So more you trust, more clears open, more channels you're opening up by which they can transmit the information to you. Yeah, I've been asking them deeper information.
Okay.
And
Well,
sometimes I set up intention before the circle class that this is the type of reading I want to give. Like
yeah.
I want to give just one aspect in more detail. Just continuous reading that matters to the person, and it becomes like psychic reading, but in association with somebody helping uh, on the other side. I mean, their relative, the sitter's relative helping on the other side, so I can bring them in as well.
Mm.
So yeah, so once you trust, you'll get it. Uh,
Well, that's great advice. You get nothing if you don't trust. That I will attest
yeah,
to.
Yes.
yeah,
You get nothing.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you
Yes.
start doubting, then your
Left brain, left brain.
yeah, left
Oh
That's where
yeah,
we
brain
go into.
just blocks everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 And that's a good
So
way to put it. The left brain serves as a block, 100%.
Yeah.
You just can't think. I have a medium friend who always says, "Link, don't think." Link, don't think. Link, don't think.
I
Just
like that.
put it out. And it's great philosophy. It really is.
yeah, and it matters. Just first thing that comes to your mind
Yeah,
is the key, and you gotta say it.
yeah. Yep, 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 yep.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes we start thinking about how this could be related, or how the information, we try to understand the information coming in, and this is where things can go
Mhm.
awry.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the spirit's giving you the information based on your experiences. They know that the experience that you are getting is related to them, but it's actually in a parallel situation.
Mhm.
Like sitter would understand in a more meaningful, deeper, connected way that information than you do. You're getting it
Right.
from your perspective. So the whole idea is for conveying what the spirit's giving you in terms of feeling, knowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, again, making sense of the information is sitter's job.
Mhm. Not the medium's job.
Yeah, once
Not
you
the
get into
medium's
your
job.
left brain, then yeah, you start getting no's, and that could throw you off the
Yeah.
track.
Well, that's great advice. Great
Yeah.
advice. All right, Effie, are you feeling it?
Yes, sort of.
Alrighty.
It's sort of. I do have a lady that is stepping forward, and she is a nurse, and she would have been a nurse from the 1950s, and would have been a double duty nurse, nurse in the 1950s, and would have taken over when she got home. Her nursing duties didn't stop. Does anyone understand a nurse on the other side? An old school nurse from the 1950s, and her nursing didn't stop. When she got home, she was also a very busy mom.
I
Carol,
understand this. Yeah.
and
Hmm.
it's a professional. She worked as a nurse on the other
She's pro.
side,
Yeah. Hmm.
and she also would have been an RN,
Yeah. Hmm.
and she would have worked in the also in the. She would have been in the time when she steps forward. This is, I know your mom, I know your grandmother. It's interesting. I don't feel this relationship as mom or would you, this is your grandmother
No,
on another side. I'm gonna keep working with this relationship. Would you, this is your aunt.
no.
Thank you. Let me know the relationship because I'm really um but as I move into her life of busyness, she's nonstop, Carol. She just keeps
True.
busy in the hospital, and she has a lot of pride in her work, and she has a lot of good ethics where things have to be done right, and this old school way of how she does her nursing skills, and how she applies it to the hospital ward. And she's a leader there where she's very much respected and would have been there a very long time. I'm getting in between 37 to 40 years. So this would have been like a job she got as a child and would have
Yeah.
just progressed into retirement. And even 50, not 50, yeah, but a long time working. And I'm going into like places like Minnesota, up northern states, would have lived around there and worked in those hospital wards. Would you understand, within the northern states, more closer to the borderline of Ontario?
Well, close is relative, but she was from the northern United States. Yes.
Minnesota, like she wouldn't have had an accent of Boston or Chicago. She's very much feels like one of my one of us. I'm Canadian. But in this way where she's like a doctor, but she also would have started to visit people's homes. Um, no, no. She would have started to give her advice as a nurse to other people, because it came very practical to her. This is what she did as a living. So people would go to her for medical advice, even at
I,
home. She applied
I
her
understand
skills,
that.
and they
Yeah.
would come to her
Yeah.
for help. And she was nonstop, like nonstop. Such a busybody, leading two lives, at one life at work constant, and then one life at home constant. The household, there was a lot of people in the household. Would
Right.
you understand
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
And the kids and managing a family and getting in between 4 to 5 children that would have been in the home. Would you understand this?
Yes, I do.
And would you understand it was 5 children?
Four.
Four.
Four
I'm
that
gonna
survived. Four that
four that
survived.
survived. Okay, so thank you. It's gonna move into the young. There was a younger one that didn't make it. Let's just say. And I'm getting also understood 3 girls, Carol, within the children.
Two that survived.
I'm sorry. No, I mean between the 5, there was 3 girls.
Um, I don't know about the one that survived. Okay, but
Okay,
there were two
okay.
surviving girls.
Okay, so there were 2 girls and 2 boys. Okay, and there's a name of Richard that is also stepping forward for you, saying
Yes.
hello to you
Okay.
coming in. And this woman with just, she's exhausted, is what I'm feeling. She is absolutely exhausted. And but I'm awestruck from her, how much she takes on and how she does it efficiently. And while she's washing the dishes, she's telling her family what to do with lists and chores and laundry. Now, there is the hospital that she would have worked up. She would have worked with in the RN as a nurse.
Mhm.
Sorry, in the baby ward where the pediatrics was, but she also would have worked when the soldiers would have came in, helped them afterwards, the wounded soldiers. Would you understand this?
I wouldn't have known.
And would zone A, B, C. So the hospital that she's there, uh, she would have started also volunteering as a nurse. This is how she would have started to rank up into the as a nurse, being one of those that we wear a long time, lollipop,
Candy striper.
candy stripers. Would you understand being a
I
candy
think that's
stripers,
correct. I think that's correct. Yeah.
right? And she's a constant caregiver, and she means well, and she gives her heart out to people with her advice on medical needs.
Yes.
With this lady, with the nurse that is stepping in, uh, there's a way where her and her partner would have not been at good odds. I want to say, when I mean this is her partner and him, he's also on the other side, her partner, Carol.
Right. Right.
And he's a quieter man, but she's more of the one that's reactive. She has a lot more energy than he
Yes.
does,
Mhm.
and he just let her do what she wanted to do. So there's a way where I'm not anxious to talk back to her, but I am a little scared to talk back to her because she will tell me
Oh
I'm
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. This is the way. So there's his boss in the house, and he just followed her. Is what I feel like her husband did. But it
Mhm.
does come with affectionate. It does come with love that she cared about everybody's well-being. And she had to be like this too because of all the work, the stress load. Um, I want to say her husband, this way where she's here talking about doing so much double duty work, mowing the grass, doing so much where there's this anxiousness with her where she can't stop. And I'm actually again awestruck, dismayed of how much energy she has.
Yeah.
And I want to say her husband just let her do. So there's this way where she's constantly worrying about everybody else except for herself. She doesn't take care and put up her feet at the end of the day. And she was always like this woman. She was always wanting to take care and getting up early. This feeling of between her partner and her, where I want to say he's more, back then we'd call it more feminine energy instead of masculine, but it's more of the lighter feminine energy
Mhm.
where he he takes care of her. He wants her to do well. She takes on big shoes. She puts on big shoes every day. He respects her for this, going into hospitals that have a lot of illnesses like COVID, and then coming home, right?
Yes.
And then bringing it here, and then what is in this hospital feels like back then poor people that don't have a lot of money, apartheid, not apartheid, but that illness that would have, like COVID, that would have came into the hospital, and she would have to come home afterwards exhausted from managing all the people that were sick. Would you understand there was like an epidemic at one time in the hospital that you would have heard of, that she would have been there as a nurse?
I wouldn't have known. No.
Now, the COVID also comes up. Would it make sense that someone passed during COVID or during the COVID era?
She passed prior to COVID.
Okay.
And
The
I
year
don't know anybody.
2018 and 17 mean anything to you, Carol, of her
I
passing?
can't think of anything
That's
offhand.
what there's this way where my gosh, I this feeling of just keep blending with this nurse. There is an affectionate, actually, I'm going to take it back. There's an affectionate relationship, a good partnership between her and her partner that is here. And all right, I want to say, would it make sense that she passed first before him?
No.
Okay, there is, I can't let this feeling go. Would it make sense that they passed not far apart from each other?
Yes.
Okay, so there's this bond that they have together where when one passes, the other one doesn't go. There's a whole broken heart where one feels it in my heart when one goes and he's there. He needs her, she needs each other. They were each other's rocks, and there's this compatibility, which takes me to your relationship with your spouse, where you're more of the doer, you're more the active one, you're more also taking care of everyone, and he just lets you do what you want to do because it works for you, this beautiful compatibility that is here. There's also a name of Anya or Enya or within there, Anja, A-N-J-A, if this means anything to you, or listening to Anya music, or liking that melody of soft,
That makes
melodic.
sense. Yes. The
So you do
music
listen
makes
to Anya,
sense.
Anya
Yes.
music that is here, and she enjoys how peaceful you are and how you're taking your time to put up your legs and taking some rest, and your husband's also taking care of you too. She says, but you're constantly going, wanting to always be out there, wanting to, holding and wanting people to get along, and holding
Yeah.
two hands together and
Yeah.
understanding. I don't understand why nobody can just get along. She says, and you
Right.
have to let it be. You have to let it be. You have to let it go. You have to let it be. There is this uh exasperation, like, I wish everybody could just start to love each other. And she says sometimes it just doesn't work out, and they have to find their own way, and you can only do so much. And she was someone that would have been the same way, that would have wanted everybody to get along. Family was important to this woman, a whole entire family, and she would have made amends. She would have got them together to love, but she just let it go. Just let it go. And sometimes they have to find their own bliss in their own way. And you cannot be that person for them. Eventually, people will come together if it's meant to be. You have your own journey, you have your own path. And the family that you do have to cherish, it's precious. And the friends that you have created like your family, you also do that. And you walk also in grass. You love to be out in nature. And this is where you feel like you're the most grounded. When there's a long, tough day, you got to get out as you watch, as you walk in the grass, and just to be within the trees and really admire the birds and all the beautiful, I want to say, insects that come. You admire it all. Little caterpillars that are around you that are just coming up within this way, where new life, new beginnings, and loving also the trees that have water after after a rainy day.
Yeah.
You're such a peaceful place, she says. She never got to that place. She couldn't find this serenity, this peace inside her. Even as she got older, she would have still been worried about everybody else to let it go. Before I go, going into crystal stores, there is a big crystal that looks to me like a quartz that you would have, that feels so big. It's very, very important. Wow. Look at this is my Lumerian one. Isn't that crazy?
Mine's bigger.
Yeah, yours is bigger. Is yours quartz or Lumerian?
It was quartz.
And this was Lumerian. We'll tell
Okay.
the difference.
Okay.
But don't you absolutely love how they choose
Yes.
us and how
Yeah,
to
that's funny.
there? And she loves one of the stones that you have. There's a certain stone that has a certain heart around it, and it's like oh my God.
There you go.
Don't you? I'll just leave it at that because that is a great ending of
Oh,
peace and serenity that you have
yeah,
found.
that's funny.
And to stop worrying, stop worrying. You have to let it be.
Oh, thank you, Effie. Oh gosh, that was fabulous. All right, I'll give that some hearts, okay, and then I'll give you some feedback. Okay, in terms of relationship, that was I had a friend from the age of 3 who I grew up with, and I'm still friends with to this day. That was his mother. Okay, and so our families were very close. All right, and she was a registered nurse, but you also talked about her like not stopping work after she got home. And she was actually like the neighborhood nurse because if
Okay.
we were in a relatively poor area, okay, and people just couldn't afford to take their kids to the doctor, for every like scrape that they
Hmm.
got, and this kind of stuff. And so, they would pick them up and they would run their kids up to her house after she was off work, and she would bandage them
Non-stop.
up, okay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she was like a
Makes sense.
little emergency care center right
All the
there.
nosebleeds.
Yeah,
Everybody went to
yeah,
her.
exactly. They all went to her because
Yeah.
she was the only RN in the neighborhood, okay, and the only other alternative was to go to a doctor who worked 9 to 5 or go to a hospital, back then. So
And she never said no, Carol. That was the thing
correct,
I admired about her.
correct.
She took her nursing duties very seriously, even off off duty.
Wow, and taking that to the next level, I actually wanted to clarify one thing. Okay, you talked about she worked in a hospital for poor people, okay, and you talked about a epidemic, and this is kind of interesting because this is what we as mediums refer to as sitter amnesia, because Effie asked me, was there like a COVID pandemic or something like that in the hospital? And that's where my mind went because you said COVID. Okay. And she died before COVID happened, but she was very much involved in AIDS.
Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So that
AIDS,
was my
thank you.
mistake. Okay. All right. And she took care of AIDS patients before people would take care of AIDS patients. Okay. So
Ah,
yeah, exactly. Exactly. She just
she was
did that.
like the Princess Diana that wasn't afraid to touch you
Yeah,
back then when AIDS.
fabulous
She
woman.
is, yeah.
Yeah, fabulous woman with a gigantic heart. The uh Anya music, she was Irish. So yeah, so it doesn't surprise me at all that, she is saying something like that too. But she was just such a wonderful, wonderful woman. And she does stop in here from time to time, which is kind of comical to me,
And
to
is
be
there like a
honest.
name of Nancy too on the other side?
Um, Something tells me that there is a Nancy, but I don't know who she is.
Okay.
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 I just don't know who she is. But she was Roman Catholic.
Okay.
Okay, which I thought, like, first of all, I found it was interesting that she turns up in this environment. But then I wanted to go back to something that you talked about with her relationship with her husband. Okay, because her husband crossed over long before I ever became a medium. Okay. And one of the things that she would tell me was that she would go to bed, and right before she dropped off, she would feel her husband, who had crossed over,
Mhm.
pull the blanket up over her to keep her shoulders warm. Okay. So she,
Wow.
before I was a medium, she told me that she had visitations. from him, but that was the nature
Wow.
of their relationship. When he crossed over, he was still protecting her, which, and helping her out and loving her, so, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So, gosh,
Wow.
yeah. Oh, Effie. So I thank you for that. Now, I don't even know where to start with this. Um, Gosh, there's so many points that we could talk about in here.
The crystals. I
Oh,
think
okay.
that
All
was
right.
that was just that's never happened.
Okay.
That
And
was incredible.
that's funny. That's the comic
And you know what
relief
the
for
crazy
today.
thing is? Here's my heart crystal right beside
Uh,
me. So it's almost like
Sure. Where's
it's
your crystal?
crazy. Like we're both
yeah.
like exactly. These are
Yeah,
the two I
it's funny,
have.
the same ones. Yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So so just as a side note, okay, I'm gonna say that I have these here just because I like to hold them in my hand. I'm tactile,
Me
and I
too,
I rub them.
Carol. Me too.
Are you really?
I have the Lemurian one. I'm constantly rubbing its ridges. Like that's all
Yeah,
I do. It's
yeah.
yeah.
I just feel it, and you know, and here's the funny thing, okay, because my mentor was very much against crystals. Okay. And, he said, you cannot, have these kind of things because, and this is a valid point. Okay. He said, people, i.e., your sitters, okay, will assume that the magic that has just happened comes from this rock. Okay.
Oh, I've never
Okay.
heard that. I've
Okay, well,
never
that's what
heard
my
that.
mentor told me. Okay, he said, you can't, and you can't do things like burn sage or any of this mystical stuff that is often, associated with what we do. Okay, just because people will think that that's where the magic comes from. Okay, and it's funny because I get where he's coming from, and I don't look at my crystals as helping me that way. That's my opinion. Okay. But I'm tactile and I like just to feel this. Okay. So that's why this rock is here. And then the purpose of this one is to actually amplify that feel. So that's it.
That is, yeah, I've never ever had showed that. Other people love them, especially when they
Yeah.
come to some of my
Well,
events. I bring them out. They're like, oh, yes, it's a huge thing. I've
well,
never heard that. Yeah.
Well, so let's separate crystals and mediumship. Okay, for a minute. Okay, so let's talk about the world of crystals. Okay, and just say that, there are people out there, who will do things like set up crystal grids, and, they say they can
Yes.
cure
Yes.
diseases and things like this and all that. And I'm just not to that level. Okay, but I will tell you that since I was a little girl, I have always loved quartz. And Effie knows that my family's Canadian, okay, but up in
Hmm.
Canada, there was this big, gigantic quartz rock called Jelly Bean Rock up, where we used to vacation. And I would pick up bags of rocks and take them home with me when I was like 5 years old. Okay. I just always loved those rocks. So
Love that.
that's it for me. Okay. I don't know. Effie, do you want to talk about what they do for you?
When I first started my journey, I was just very much into crystals. When I became a medium, that was the first thing I wanted. And then I didn't. And I just, they're there, they're nice, but I just didn't. Slowly, certain pieces I would just be drawn to, but particularly I really liked the Lemurian crystal. Something about the ridges, something about it. I was just always moving into the Lemurian, and I got this one from Brazil. And right when I touched it, I just knew this was a crystal that was very, very special. And I looked up the history. It says the activation beliefs the spiritual practitioners believe you can unlock the stored information by gently sliding or rubbing your finger or thumb across the barcode. So there are ridges. Quartz doesn't have ridges, but Lumerian does. And it just does something. It's just does something for me. Just I like to hold it and rub my fingers across the ridges. And an artist gave me this, a beautiful, beautiful artist in Ontario. And that's what she does. She does arts camps for kids, and she's also a healer. And she opens up your chakras, and she really moves into helping you where you are at. And one of the things uh, I was drawn to was this. And when I picked it up, it was so energy infused with love that each person that touches this, there's like they just don't want to. They just want to keep holding it. They just want to keep holding it. They just want to keep holding it. And I go, I get it. I get it. So that is like the two crystals I have right beside me. And when people come to my house for readings, when they're in person, do have crystals around, but I bring these with. Never had anyone say anything. It, they're there. They're like you. I don't hold them during the reading, but they're just there.
Yeah. They're just there, you know, and
Yeah.
I love mine, but now let's kick this over to Shore. Okay, so fess up, Shore. Do you have a pile of rocks beside you?
No.
Aha! So Shore is the proof that they are not
Okay.
needed to be a medium. Okay, so let's hear from Shore. Weigh
Yeah.
in on
So
rocks.
yeah, in the beginning, I used to collect. They are powerful, actually. They are.
Okay.
Again, how much trust you place on them, and they fulfill that need. So I just one time, this is in the beginning when I was learning mediumship. So from the in person at a metaphysical shop, I had the lesson, came home, and I could sense somebody behind me, and it was a little scary.
Yeah.
And then when I went to sleep, I could feel myself sinking into my bed. The, l- Later on, I learned that it's psychic attack because
Oh,
I did not have the protections. I didn't know the nobody told me, you know.
Right, right,
So
right.
went back to the teacher, and she said she knows who this person was, and she said he's right here. um, so she told me about the crystals, very particular crystals, just three different ones. Put them up underneath the pillow where I sleep,
Hmm.
and they'll take care of it.
Hmm.
And it's surprising, it did.
Hmm.
Never happened again.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, if you trust, you they deliver. They deliver. But I'm just more amazed at the way Spirit brought Effie's attention to an object around her
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
would be of
Exactly.
significant to you, and
Yeah. Yeah.
just amazing. The
There you go.
quartz and the heart, they all
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much sense, you know.
Yeah, you know, and so, you know, and that's the great ending to that reading is the fact that, you know, she is looking right at me because she can see these rocks that I have right here, which is, you know,
yes.
brilliant,
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. So,
beautiful.
oh my gosh, that was wonderful. Oh, oh, all right. Well, I'm going to go see who I can grab here. Let's see. Somebody pulling my hair already. I can feel it. All right. So I'm going to grab my pink heart and rub it just because I like that. And I asked Spirit today to um, give me a chance to use some different clairs. And Spirit has delivered because I'm tasting lemon. And normally, taste is not one of my strong suits. So I'm going to follow the lemon and see where that goes. Lemon and olive oil combined. Uh, Either of you attaches significance to lemon and olive oil Effie. Oh, no kidding. Okay. All right.
I can
Wow.
I was,
understand them
and sure
separately.
too. I was this
Oh,
morning working with lemon and olive oil
no
cooking,
kidding. Okay, so you're both
and
in
but
on
sure
this.
too. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Separately, though.
So let's lean into it. Okay, let's see where this goes. Okay. This feels like this is attached to a, yeah, I'm going to say this is grandmother. Okay. And now the other thing I'm tasting in here, I think this is cucumber. How about lemon, olive oil, and cucumber? That
Mhm.
makes sense. Effie. All right. Sure, you understand the cucumber
I can take them separately of
separately.
interest. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, stay in here. Let's see where this goes. All right. Um, and I feel like, would you both understand this with grandmother, your grandmother?
I'll have to think a little bit more.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Let me lean into this. Okay. And how about, oh, this is all about taste today. This is funny. Coffee, coffee, coffee. All right. Is she a coffee drinker, Effie?
Something with that, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Sure.
can't take coffee, no.
You can't take coffee. Okay, then I have to be with Effie then. So thank you for listening. Sure. All right, Effie, can I continue to work with you, please?
Yes.
All right. So I want to talk about, ooh, I want to talk about a great day in the kitchen is what I want to talk about. I feel like this woman um goes into her kitchen and she walks into her kitchen like she's going into battle. Okay, that's the attitude that is coming from her, like she is going to conquer what's in the kitchen. And this is, wow, okay, the stuff that is coming in here is just unbelievable. Smelling fresh mint. Okay. Yum, 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 yum.
I know which grandmother you have now. I know
Okay.
which grandmother you have now.
Okay. The mint. Okay. All
Yes.
right. Okay. And she's going into this kitchen like she's um doing battle. It's just like the attitude is um not like like some people would go, oh, I have to cook dinner. Okay, but
No, that's not my, that's,
she's going in fiercely, which is very funny.
yes.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. And I also feel like she baked bread by hand. Do you
Yes.
understand that she baked
Yes.
bread by
Yes.
hand? Okay. All right. Yum, 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 yum.
Yes.
And she's showing me like that there was like a big pot that looks like a 4 quart stock pot. I mean, it's
There
immense.
was a stock pot.
A big stock pot. Okay.
Yes, there
All right.
was.
Let's go look in the stock pot and see what's in this stock pot. Okay. Now this looks like chicken to me. Okay. She cooked chicken in this stock pot. Would you know?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cooking everything. Okay. But I also want to say that with respects to her cooking, I feel like she actually knew how to do like call it farm to table cooking, like where she could get a bird with feathers on it, pull the feathers off, and then put the bird in the pot. Do you understand her taking that?
I
No one.
don't, I didn't see her, but that would be her.
Okay, all right.
That we
She
move
she
it
could
past
do
her.
do everything. Okay, even like scaling fish. Oh, fish is coming in here. Yummy. Okay. Ooh, yo. Okay, and I feel like she celebrated religious holidays and would go all out cooking for
Yes.
specific religious holidays. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. When she made her own wine too?
Yes, there was a moment. Yes.
Okay. All right. She made her own wine. Wow. This lady is pretty cool. Um, So what I'm picking up is a tiny level of contempt for women these days who can't cook like she did. So there's a wee bit of judgment here.
Wow. Yes, this is very evidential.
Okay. Yeah. And specifically what she's showing me is she is showing me like a contemporary woman going through a drive-through at McDonald's, okay, and just pointing her finger and going, no, 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 like this, like she would never have gone through a drive-through in a restaurant. You understand that?
No, she wouldn't have.
Okay, all right, yeah, that would have been horrifying to her. Okay. Okay, now she's showing me making something sweet with powdered sugar. Would you
Yes,
understand
those
like
cookies, yes.
yeah, a cookie with powdered sugar?
Mm.
Okay. She just did this all. This is just amazing.
Yes.
Okay. So I just went and asked her, like, where'd you find all this good stuff? Okay. So she's telling me, first of all, that she had a garden, so she grew a lot of
Yes,
the stuff
yes.
that was in her
Mm.
kitchen. Okay. Just but and every cook's fantasy here literally goes, walks out the back door, picks a tomato, and then brings it into the kitchen, and it's as fresh can be. um, and then she's referring to going to a butcher, not a grocery store. Going to
Yeah, she did go to a butcher.
a butcher. Okay, yeah. So uh, let's see. Um, and I feel like she just kept this fierceness like right to the very end. Like just I feel longevity with her. I feel like she lived well past her 80s. Would you understand her?
Yes.
Okay, having a very long life, and then even though she is, you know, fairly old, okay, she is still 100% capable and in charge. You understand
Mm-hmm.
that about her?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, she's showing me pouring what looks like olive oil from a jug, not a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
understand the olive oil in the jug? Okay.
Yes.
Uh, and then there's something here. Something. I'm sorry. I'm going on a culinary tour today, guys. Okay, so there's a thing here with what looks like little white pasta balls and small white beans. Okay, would you understand something that looked like that?
Small white beans.
Small white, I think they're white beans, yeah, but they're bigger than,
Yeah, like lima beans. Yes.
yes, yeah, okay, all right, you understand that. So she's showing me just
Yes.
all this wonderful stuff that she's cooking. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, and then so she's showing me that like she would take time out from like this, she's attacking these cooking duties, but like she would stop them to pray. Would you understand her?
She
Actually,
prayed a lot. Yes.
yeah, okay, but she would actually interrupt the cooking to pray, and that's curious to me, so I'm going to see
Something
if,
like that. Yes, she
okay,
would.
I want to see why she would do that. Okay, because I don't know this. So there's something about like a specific time of day when she was supposed to pray, and this is she would do this.
Not that I recall.
No, okay, all right. Something here with um just like that, like she couldn't not pray, not at that time, and I'm not getting it. Um Okay, she is showing me this for lack of a better word, I'll call it a wrap, maybe a shawl of some kind that has
Yeah.
like red,
Mhm.
yeah, okay, yeah, but it's got like red roses on it, but then it is also edged in black lace. Okay, so would you understand this kind of ornate wrap that she
I
wore?
don't remember what it looked like, but she did wear shawls.
Okay, all right. And she's showing me her shoes, and she's got she's showing me open toes, like she's got like a sandal type thing on. That makes sense to you? This,
Sandals she did wear.
okay, all right, yeah, it looks like a sandal. Okay, did she keep chickens? She's showing me like she's going back to
At
chickens.
one time.
Okay, are you showing me live chickens? Okay, all right. She's funny. So I see I'm running low on time, so I just have to explain to our YouTube audience that what I have here is this um I don't want to use the word bossy, but she's a little bossy. Okay, and she's definitely taken control of what she wants to tell me. And so I respect spirit. So I'll step back and let her talk. Her mission for the day, okay, is to tell the women of today that they have no idea how to cook. Okay. And,
Oh, yeah, very
yeah.
big.
Okay. And she's showing me like all of these wonderful things that you can do in the kitchen if you don't go through the drive-through at McDonald's. Oh, and let's see. But then in all seriousness, okay, so she's coming in and she's calling Effie. She's saying that you were a good child, okay, and
Hmm.
she's saying that she taught you, okay, she taught you some of these things, okay. Um, she's saying that she wishes you would practice them more, okay.
Oh, she would, yes.
Yes, okay. She's saying that you don't, use those skills nearly as much as you should. Uh, And oh, this is sweet. Okay. And so what she's saying is that when you fill your house, when you cook in your own home, okay, those those aromas that come from your kitchen are the smell of love, is what she's telling me. Okay. She says that is the smell of love. Okay. And she's telling you that you need to get the smell of love back in your house. Okay. And I'm going to thank Grandma for coming in and thank you for the cooking lesson, Grandma. And I'll leave you that with light and love. And thanks for letting me serve spirit. Oh,
Oh my goodness, Carol, how relevant this is. So last night I was in a group reading and it was at a house and I brought my mom's desserts. So every time I go to my mom's house, she gives me a lot of Greek homemade desserts. We don't need it anymore because there's too much, uh, too much. You can only eat so much and then there's too much. We appreciate it. But
okay.
there's so much Greek desserts in my freezer today that it's very appreciated from my friends. And if I can, I try to bring it to the live group readings. So last night I brought it, and the ladies they're wonderful, wonderful. What's the ingredients? I do know the ingredients, but I do not know the measurements. It's a cup, a handful of this one. It's two handfuls of this one. It's a, a pinch of their. They were laughing because that's how it's been. They don't measure. They just been doing it for years and years and years and years, and they just know that it always tastes the same. It doesn't taste any different. So, and then are these vegan? And I went, oh God, no. They don't. sorry to remember my when my older generation family like vegan. What is that? What is vegan? And I go, okay. So, so I said to all of them, if you have any type of dairy need, do not eat this. I go, because you will not find this in the stores, in the bakeries today. This is authentic, coming from the original source. And when they go, they go. I don't
Yeah.
cook this.
Yeah.
So what you're going to eat is something that is made from love. And when you go to their houses, which is my grandmother's house, it is purely uh, good because she used to go to the local butcher to get exactly the ingredients that she wanted. She didn't like the store-bought ones because they would get the ones from Greece.
Yeah.
So she needed those kinds of
Yeah.
for her recipes.
Yeah.
So the lemons were huge, and she made her own spanakopita, which is this pastry that's phyllo pastry with spinach inside. But she used everything. That phyllo pastry was made from scratch. You don't buy it, right? And I have a lot of that in my freezer too. But this particular grandma used it with a lot of dill. And that's why I liked her. She used the best, like the dill, and she used the best feta cheese. And it wasn't the store. She had to go to the local bakery to get this feta cheese. And it made such a difference in the taste
Oh,
and the
yeah.
quality of it.
Yeah.
So last night, the ladies did try, and they were going, wow. I go, yeah. Enjoy.
Wow.
Wow, I bought this at bakeries, but this does not taste like this. I go, that's what I said. It's the original. It's the originals. So she made those, and she was around last night, and so it was nice to see, appreciating, because this is what I grew up with. Right. So appreciating the desserts that I brought, and they weren't overly sweet. They were just like those perfect with coffee or tea. So she always made those coffees, those Greek Turkish coffees, more
Oh,
Turkish. And
yeah. Yeah.
also, it was just lovely to be with my grandmother and the memories that we had at her house, and always eating us, always feeding us to the tilts, just eating. But food was her joy. And if she heard something about a family, she would stop, at where the stock pot was, and just pray, and then she'd do a quick prayer for them and
Oh,
get back to it.
okay. Okay. All right. The interruption of the prayer. Okay. All right.
Yes,
Oh, how
very, very prayerful.
fantastic.
And she comes up a lot in my readings. It's such a pleasure to hear from this woman.
Oh my gosh, that was funny. But from my perspective, it was an interesting reading because, first of all, I set the intention, to just come in and use a different Claire, okay, and that I normally don't rely on, okay, and so for me that was like all about taste and smell, and boy, she gave me a kitchen full of it, which was very, very funny, I think. But then second of all,
Yes.
like I just I know there's different schools of thoughts about um whether or not you should go and let the spirit just do their thing, or like if you should get facts and data and things like this, like I like, well, what's your name, what's your birth date, what color hair do you have, this kind of stuff. And I didn't get any of that information because I just, she didn't seem to think it was relevant, so I didn't bring it
We
up.
took you on a
So
tour of her kitchen.
yeah,
She
but
took you on a tour of her kitchen. Yeah.
you still knew who I had though,
Well,
somehow.
when you said mint, it was, my God, that's why my mom makes it like exactly like the way she does.
Okay.
That's when I go to her house, I get truckloads of food, homemade. That was her food, her love. The way she showed it was food,
Okay.
her
Oh
food. Yeah,
gosh.
the way she made it was just incredible.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, you got not only taste, but you got the smell as well.
Yeah, yeah, both of them too. That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah, it
yeah.
was kind of different,
And the
but it was fun.
message made sense too.
Yeah.
It's too true that aroma from the cooking is grandma's love.
Yeah,
Feel
absolutely.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But she said that aroma is missing in Effie's kitchen, and
Oh,
Effie,
Yeah, but this morning, I am cooking. I am cooking better food, also not better food, better quality food. And I've gone no diets whatsoever. It's out the door. It's quality. And what satisfies me. And it's interesting because, the more better quality food I eat, and it's not doesn't need to be so expensive. It's just the way it's cooked, with not with homemade with my hands. Uh, I'm more satisfied. I'm more satisfied in what I'm eating, and appreciate just sitting down and just taking that time, which is exactly what she did. We should make us all sit down. There was no phones back then, and we just talked. No heavy talk wasn't allowed. Just be present and eat and be together. That was her.
Yeah. Wow.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, great session today. And we want to say thanks to our YouTube audience for stopping in and joining us this morning. We're here every Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so if you enjoyed what you saw here today, please hit like and subscribe. You'll be notified automatically of our upcoming live streams as they happen. If you have any questions or anything about mediumship that you would like any of our mediums to address for you, send me an email on the channel, and I will make sure that we address it in the next live stream for you, just as a general topic, because we're all learning and all continuing to learn about the magnificent that is spirit. So it's a wonderful journey, and we hope you'll join us on it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this down with a prayer. If everyone would join me, please. Holy Father, Mother God, thank you for allowing us to come together today in service of spirit. Thank you for this gift of mediumship that you've given us, and allow us to use this precious gift to help others who need your healing and love. Bless our friends and loved ones and protect them from sickness and harm. Bring joy into the lives of people who have sorrow, health into the lives of people who have illness, and abundance to the lives of people who have little. Thank you for the lessons that you've given us today, and help us to continue to build a relationship with you that is based on love and trust. And always, please help us to be the lights that change this world for the better. Amen. All right. Thanks again, and we hope to see you